Young Scooter's autopsy exposed that he was allegedly shot on his 39th birthday. Oh, but it gets worse because the girl who called 911 and lied on young Scooter and sent the cops to this house just got arrested. Now, y'all know when everything first started, the police said one thing, the street said another thing, but on this video, we're gonna get down to the bottom of what really happened. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your boy Kalibur. Let's get into it.
The death of rapper Young Scooter. Police say that he died after severely hurting himself while running away from officers on Friday.
The woman who called 911 told operators there was something seriously wrong at the home on William Nye Drive. When officers got to the home, they say two men ran out the back door. One of those men has been identified as rapper Young Scooter. Police on scene said he sliced his leg trying to hop a fence. Medics took him to Grady, where he died.
One can bleed out in seconds from a laceration to a femoral artery.
And when Scooter first died, the police originally said that he actually cut his leg and they said he bled out. But nobody was believing that story.
Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing.
It came out this week that Scooter was actually lied on and set up by his neighbor who called 911 to get his house raided.
There was literally a shooting. The house, literally the neighbors next door, the house of the address that I just gave you, the 273, there is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. There's like 7 guys that live in his house. And
What's your name?
I'm sorry, what is my name?
Okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, so I'm the neighborhood watch, and basically like I said, these guys they're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They hold the guns in the air, and then it's like, I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they was fighting over, if they was fighting over drugs. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. And then they started shooting. She had someone come over there, and they started shooting. But the house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there, and it's disturbing the area.
How many shots were fired?
I would say 3. It was 3 shots.
When did it happen?
It's happening now.
The girl who called 911 and set up Scooter was a Baddies reality TV show contestant. And she just got caught admitting that she was the one who made the 911 call that got Scooter killed.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. And I came here to say my truth.
Now, after Shorty done went on the internet, ran her mouth chasing clout, it came to find out that she was actually allegedly dating one of Scooter's friends and was jealous that they was over there having fun without her. Well, since Shorty wanted to tell her story, the cops said, come here. And the cops just arrested that girl. On April 1st, 2025, 31-year-old Demetria Spence was taken into custody by the Atlanta Police Department and charged with transmitting a false public alarm.
Well, police say the woman who made the 911 call that ultimately led to the death of Atlanta rapper Young Scooter was not telling the truth. We first let you hear that call yesterday at noon, and that caller has since been arrested. Atlanta News 1st Sarah Hammond is live at the Fulton County Jail with what we know about this. Sarah, fill us in here.
Well, 31-year-old Demetria Spence waived her first appearance here at the Fulton County Jail just a little while ago. Now, again, she is accused of making a false 911 call.
Rapper Young Thug, who was a good friend of Young Scooter, just exposed that the autopsy report came back. And guess what the autopsy report said? Young Thug said the autopsy report came back. Bro got shot. But ever since Young Thug tweeted that, the Atlanta Fulton County medical examiner came out and said this. Update on young Scooter. Fulton County medical examiner says no gunshot wound was found on the body of Kenneth Bailey, better known as Atlanta rapper Young Scooter. His injury was described as a penetrating wound to his right thigh that created blood loss. His manner of death is listed as an accident. You just never know, ladies and gentlemen, when people try and set you up. You know, the whole thing just feel like a setup. Now, I can't say that the police set him up. I'm not alleging that. But that phone call with that 911, the little baddies contestant, that girl, the neighbor, that situation was fishy, man. The fact that that neighbor, Demetrius Spence, allegedly made a fake and evil 911 call to get that boy killed on his 39th birthday is absolutely disgusting. And I'm very glad that they just locked that girl up, because people gotta know that you cannot make false phone calls, swatting people's house, and don't think something gonna happen to you. You know, if a person call 911 and start saying all types of wild, crazy stuff, start alleging that people are selling drugs, all types of crazy stuff, you know the cops is gonna come over there charged up. And unfortunately, when people are celebrities, when they got money, when they successful, a lot of influencers, rappers, and famous people get swatted, which led to his tragic demise. It's just a lot of questions. A lot of people are talking about how Scooter got scared and he ran. But listen, man, this is a young man who's from the streets who became a famous rapper. And you don't know what type of trauma people go through. Let's not act like our culture has the best relationship with law enforcement. Sometimes if you grew up in the hood, sometimes when you see cops, you just run. You could be innocent and you run. How many of us is driving our car and you see police lights behind you and you get nervous and you ain't even do nothing wrong? So sometimes it's a natural response to our people when we see law enforcement to not want to have no dealings with them, because oftentimes interactions don't end in a positive way. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Scooter was doing something wrong because he ran, because most of y'all get nervous when the cops pull you over in traffic, because you know it could go wrong, it could go left. Now, famous Atlanta rapper Young Thug and also Scooter's family, including his son, say that they believe something fishy going on. And it's really hard to tell because the police are saying one thing, the friends and family are saying another thing, and at the end of the day, none of us know. But what we do know is that young Scooter died under very mysterious and diabolical circumstances, especially seeing that 911 call from the neighbor that lied on them. We can only go with what's out there, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of theories, a lot of rumors, and a lot of people on the streets of Atlanta saying a lot of things that's not adding up, man. But I do want to say RIP to young Scooter. My condolences go out to his family. And once again, hip hop has lost another Atlanta legend, man. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to be back with more, man. Tell me what you think. I'm gone.